rusty Anchor bar was already buzzing when Lily stepped inside for her evening shift. The clinking of glasses, roaring laughter, and heavy rock music merged into the familiar chaos she had grown used to. For most people, this place was intimidating, but for Lily it was simply where she earned enough to keep going day by day, shift by shift. She tied her apron, exhaled softly, and began taking orders. She always kept her head low, her steps quick, her smile polite but small. She avoided unnecessary attention, especially from the bikers who came in almost every night. Most were harmless, loud, but respectful. But there were always a few who pushed boundaries, and tonight, one of them was watching her a little too closely. Axel. Tall, broad, and known for starting trouble, Axel sat at a corner table with his crew, his heavy boots propped up on a chair, tattoos covering both arms, and a challenging smirk on his face. Whenever Lily passed by, his cold eyes followed her. "Hey, sweetheart," he called, tapping his beer bottle on the table as she approached. "You're late bringing my refill." Lily kept her tone calm. "I'll get it right away." But as she turned, his hand shot out and grabbed her wrist. "Not so fast," he said, pulling her closer than she wanted. "Look at me when I talk to you." A few nearby conversations quieted. Lily's heart started pounding, a familiar fear crawling up her spine. She forced a calm breath and gently tried pulling her wrist back. "Please let go, sir. I'll bring your drink. Just give me a moment." Axel smirked at her politeness. "So fragile," he muttered. "Let me see something." Before she could react, he grabbed her shirt collar and tugged sharply. The fabric stretched, her breath hitched. "Stop," Lily whispered, panic rising. Axel ignored her. "Why do you always hide under so many layers, huh? What are you hiding?" And with one aggressive jerk, he ripped her shirt downward. The entire bar froze. The music suddenly felt distant, like the world had stopped spinning. Everyone stared, not at Axel, but at what had been revealed beneath Lily's shirt. On her chest, secured with medical tape, was a small implanted device, a port used by patients who had undergone long-term medical treatments. Along with it were scars, pale but unmistakable, crossing her skin like quiet echoes of suffering. Axel's grin vanished instantly. Lily gasped and covered herself, humiliation flooding her eyes. For a second, she looked like a terrified child rather than a waitress trying to survive another night. Whispers rippled across the bar. "That's a chemo port. She's been through treatment." "What the hell is Axel doing?" A heavy silence fell. Then chairs scraped. Bikers, Axel's own crew along with others, slowly stood up, staring at him with disbelief and anger. Axel swallowed hard, his bravado melted, and Lily stood trembling, clutching her torn shirt, wishing she could disappear. She had no idea that this moment would. Axel's hand froze midair as the weight of 100 furious eyes fell on him. The bar that had moments ago echoed with laughter was now silent enough to hear Lily's shaky breaths. She stood gripping the torn edges of her shirt, her face pale, her eyes glistening with humiliation. Her medical port, the scars, the truth she always hid, now forced into the open by someone's cruelty. A chair scraped violently. Bear, one of the senior bikers, huge, gray-bearded and respected, took a threatening step forward. His voice rumbled like distant thunder. "What the hell did you just do, Axel?" Axel tried to laugh it off. "Relax, man, I was just messing with her. Didn't know she had whatever that is." "That," Bear growled, pointing at the port on Lily's chest, "is something you don't touch, ever." Another biker, Razor, known for his temper, slammed his fist on the table. "You think tearing a woman's shirt is funny? You think humiliating someone for kicks is cool?" Axel's cocky smirk wavered. But the real shock came when a man Lily had never seen stand up for anything suddenly rose from the back booth. It was the club's vice president, Clay Stone Maddox. Stone rarely showed emotion. He was calm, steady, almost silent at bars. But tonight his jaw was clenched, eyes burning with a controlled fury. He walked slowly toward the center of the room. "Move," he said, and every biker parted instantly. Stone stopped in front of Lily, took off his leather jacket and placed it gently around her shoulders. He didn't touch her skin, keeping his movements slow and respectful. "Can you hold this?" he asked softly. Lily nodded, hugging the jacket like a shield, tears slipping down her cheeks. Stone turned to Axel. "You crossed a line," he said quietly, too quietly. Axel took a step back. It was a mistake, man. I didn't mean... Stone raised a hand, silencing him. No. A mistake is dropping your beer. A mistake is forgetting your wallet. His voice hardened. Ripping the shirt off a woman, especially one battling for her life, isn't a mistake. It's an act of cowardice. The room hummed with agreement. Axel swallowed. Look, man, I said I was certain. Before he could finish, Stone grabbed him by the collar and slammed him against the wall with controlled precision. The bar gasped. Stone didn't hit him. He didn't need to. You're suspended from the club, Stone said, gripping Axel's jacket patch, until further notice. And with one swift motion, he ripped Axel's patch clean off. The ultimate humiliation. Axel's face drained of color. Stone, come on. If you walk into this bar again, Stone said calmly, you'll crawl out. Axel bolted for the door, humiliated, frightened, and patchless. Once he was gone, Stone turned back to Lily. You're safe here, he said quietly. No one will ever touch you again.